Have you ever wondered how Kendrick Lamar creates classic albums? Here's how. It's well known that Kendrick takes years to drop an album. But why is that? It's because he knows that's what sets him apart from his contemporaries. In today's time, artists monetize the hot spotlight by releasing projects every 3 to 6 months, but there are only a few that can go away for a few years and return with the whole world anticipating their next album.
People don't make albums anymore. They don't make albums. They just try to sell a bunch of little quick singles and they burn out and they put out a new one and they burn out and they put out a new one. People don't even listen to a body of work anymore.
So what makes a classic album? Is it the number of hit songs it has? The features? The cultural relevance? I'd like to think that a classic album has these components. Number 1, story. If you've listened to a Kendrick Lamar album before, you're well aware that his albums feel like films. And in those films, the story is the center stage.
Story is all that matters. Story is golden. Story is king. Everything serves the king. All of this is just here to serve the story.
It's not enough to brag about material possessions and how much money one has. There needs to be something more below the surface. So much of the years that fly by for Kendrick are spent on figuring out what to say and how to say it. By living life and channeling his experiences from his neighborhood, he's able to speak from an honest perspective and get creative with the story he's trying to tell. A great example of this is his 2012 album, Good Kid, Mad City, where he talks about a crazy day in the life of a Compton teen who is conflicted with the evils of gang violence and lower income struggles. The album's nonlinear order was actually inspired by Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction. Number 2, the soundtrack. The sounds, the details, and the transitions are what make a story translate. In order to make a cohesive soundtrack, everything must be tailor-made. In To Pimp a Butterfly, Kendrick Lamar enlisted THUNDERCAT, Soundwave, Terrence Martin, and Flying Lotus, along with artists from different eras and genres such as Anna Wise and George Clinton. He even paid big for a rare Tupac interview to close the album out. That's how dedicated he was to make the album sound cohesive. Number 3, the rollout and theme. The music is one thing, but giving the listeners an experience to remember is something the greats know all too well. In Damn, Kendrick created a character named Kung Fu Kenny based off Don Cheadle's character in Rush Hour 2. He even dressed like the character and appeared on other people's albums as the character. The whole album rollout felt like an experience to remember. I don't know when Kendrick Lamar is releasing his next album, but I do know it's about to be some crazy shit, and I can't wait. Let me know what artists I should do next in the comments, and make sure you follow for more.